If you're over 60, every beverage you select, be it a glass of wine, a chilled beer, or a shot of whiskey, directly impacts your heart. But what if I revealed that one particular drink, enjoyed daily by many seniors, is quietly weakening the very muscle that keeps them alive? As a cardiologist, I've witnessed too many older adults enter my clinic with smiles, claiming they only have a drink to relax, only to leave with diagnoses they never saw coming. High blood pressure, irregular heart rhythms, or even early signs of heart failure. Most seniors are unaware that this habit is harmful. It's not just about excessive drinking or weekend binges. It's about a daily routine that seems harmless, even beneficial, but is gradually eroding the heart's rhythm, strength, and resilience. In this video, I'm urging seniors to avoid 5 specific alcoholic drinks that are slowly harming their hearts. More than that, I'll guide you on what's safe, what's risky, and how to make changes without sacrificing joy. Stay until the end because the first drink on this list might already be in your hand. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, I suggest hitting that button and enabling the bell to ensure you never miss a health tip tailored for you. If you find this video helpful, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to help me improve my content for you. Red wine every night for heart health. First, red wine every night for heart health. It's one of the most enduring myths among older adults. You've likely heard it from a friend, read it in an article, or seen it on TV. 1 glass of red wine nightly is good for your heart. It's easy to see the appeal. It feels sophisticated, almost therapeutic. But as a cardiologist who has treated thousands of seniors, I must share the truth. Past age 60, that nightly wine doesn't safeguard your heart. It slowly wears it down. Here's why. As you age, your body processes alcohol differently. Your liver slows, your heart becomes more fragile, and your blood pressure grows more sensitive. That nightly glass, even just one, can steadily elevate blood pressure, weaken the heart muscle, and raise your risk of atrial fibrillation, a condition that triples your stroke risk. I've sat with countless patients in the ER who believed they were doing everything right, yet their irregular heartbeat or silent hypertension traced back to this habit. What's more troubling is how wine, especially at night, disrupts sleep. It may make you drowsy initially, but it results in shallow, fragmented rest. Poor sleep increases cortisol, your stress hormone, which further strains your heart. And if you're taking medications for blood pressure, diabetes, or cholesterol, alcohol can interfere with their effectiveness, sometimes neutralizing their benefits entirely. I'm not here to strip away life's small joys, but to protect the rhythm beating within you for decades. Your heart deserves better than a ritual rooted in outdated advice and marketing. So if you've been clinging to that nightly glass for health's sake, I encourage you to rethink it. Your heart craves hydration, not ethanol. Speaking of hydration, what you drink is as critical as what you eat. Now let's discuss a beverage that seems light but can be just as deceptive: beer. If you're finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're following along. Now on to point 2, beer. Beer, light and refreshing, but quietly damaging. Many seniors grab a cold beer thinking it's a lighter option. It's not hard to understand why. Beer ads portray laughter, relaxation, and a carefree lifestyle. It feels harmless, even rejuvenating after a long day. But let me speak not just as a doctor issuing warnings, but as someone who has comforted patients unaware of the silent harm their daily beer was causing their heart. Beer is deceptive. It doesn't hit like hard liquor or carry wine's elegance, but each can or bottle holds a dangerous mix for an aging heart. As we age, metabolism slows. Beer's sugars and starches quickly turn into belly fat, not just a cosmetic issue. Visceral fat surrounds your organs, releasing chemicals that inflame blood vessels, raise blood pressure, and clog arteries from within. Many of my older patients don't drink to get drunk. They drink to unwind, perhaps a beer with dinner or another while watching TV. But even 2 beers daily can quietly lead to hypertension, irregular rhythms, and over time, a weakened heart that struggles to keep up. I've seen it build gradually, then strike suddenly. What's more, beer often replaces water, and that's significant. Seniors are prone to dehydration, and beer exacerbates it. Dehydrated blood is thicker, harder to pump, and more likely to clot. So while beer feels light, its impact on your heart is far from it. I'm not here to judge your choices, but but to remind you how precious each heartbeat is. One simple change, like swapping your evening beer for water or herbal tea, could give your heart the relief it's been quietly seeking. But if you think beer is the only sweet-tasting danger in your glass, think again. The next drink is cloaked in sugar and served with a smile. The cocktail. Cocktails. Cocktails. Sweet on the surface, dangerous at their core. There's something festive about a cocktail. It's vibrant, celebratory, often served with a smile. For many seniors, a well-crafted cocktail feels like a treat, a small indulgence, a way to relax or reminisce. But beneath the sweetness, the tiny umbrella, and the fancy glass lies a truth we don't discuss enough. Cocktails are among the most deceptive threats to your heart after 60. Cocktails often pack more than just alcohol. They're loaded with syrups, cream, flavored liqueurs, and sugar. So much sugar. That sweetness, paired with alcohol, becomes a dangerous combination, especially for aging bodies. As we age, the pancreas struggles to regulate blood sugar, arteries stiffen, and the heart grows more vulnerable to inflammation. Every sugary sip contributes to insulin resistance, weight gain, and dangerously high triglycerides, all enemies of an aging heart. Worse, the sweetness masks the alcohol's strength, making it easy to lose track of how much you've consumed, especially at social events or quiet evenings. Because cocktails don't taste like typical alcohol, they can be more inviting, even habit-forming. I've seen seniors who never touched whiskey become regular cocktail drinkers, unaware of the silent toll on their blood pressure and heartbeat. Even a few cocktails weekly can trigger or worsen arrhythmias, particularly atrial fibrillation, which significantly raises stroke risk. The damage doesn't happen overnight. It builds quietly, invisibly, until one night your heart skips a beat and doesn't recover. I'm not asking you to forsake joy, but to protect the heart that has carried your memories, laughter, and strength through life's seasons. There are other ways to celebrate that don't cost your heart its future. But if you think cocktails are the end of the risks, think again. The next drink is clear, quiet, and far stronger than it appears. Hard liquor. Hard liquor. Hard liquor. Whiskey, vodka, brandy. There's a quiet strength in hard liquor. It's straightforward, no frills, just a glass of whiskey, a splash of vodka, or a sip of brandy to ease the day's edge. For many older adults, it's a ritual, a symbol of resilience, or a way to reconnect with younger days. But with age, your heart becomes less forgiving of what your body once handled. That small glass carries far more weight now, beyond just alcohol content. Hard liquor hits fast and hard. It causes blood vessels to constrict quickly, leading to sudden blood pressure spikes, dangerous at any age, but especially after 60, when arteries are less elastic and the heart works harder. I've seen patients experience chest pain, dizziness, even mini strokes, triggered by what they thought was a harmless nightcap. The damage isn't always immediate. It's cumulative, eroding your heart's rhythm, strength, and stability over time. What's most concerning is that these drinks are often consumed alone, a quiet sip before bed to calm the mind or soften the silence. But that silence conceals the strain on your cardiovascular system. Your liver takes longer to process alcohol, and during that time, your heart is under pressure, beating harder, more irregularly, often unnoticed until something goes terribly wrong. If you're on medications, blood pressure pills, diabetes drugs, or cholesterol meds, hard liquor can interact unpredictably, even dangerously. It's not about how much you drink, but how your body handles it now at this stage of life. And the truth is, it doesn't handle it well anymore. Before you pour your next glass, ask yourself, is this making me stronger or just masking weakness? There's another habit many turn to for rest, one that quietly steals health in the name of sleep. Let's talk about alcohol as a sleep aid and why it's more harmful than healing. Drinking to sleep. Drinking to sleep, a subtle habit that robs your rest. For many seniors, sleep becomes harder to find with age. Nights stretch longer, thoughts grow louder, and the evening silence can feel heavy. In that stillness, a glass of wine, a shot of whiskey, or a mixed drink before bed can feel like comfort, a soft bridge to sleep. Patients have told me, it's the only thing that helps me drift off. I believe them, But what they don't realize is that this habit is stealing from their heart, night after night. Alcohol may make you drowsy at first, but it disrupts the rhythms your body needs for true rest and healing. It interferes with REM sleep, the deep restorative phase that repairs the heart and balances blood pressure. Instead of resting, your heart works overtime while you sleep. Your breathing becomes uneven, your blood pressure can surge, and you wake feeling groggy, anxious, or with a racing heart. Most never connect these symptoms to the drink from the night before. Worse, using alcohol as a sleep aid can quickly become a dependency. What begins as an occasional nightcap turns into a nightly ritual, and your body builds tolerance, needing more for the same effect, while your heart grows more vulnerable with each sip. The irony is heartbreaking. The habit meant to bring peace becomes a hidden source of harm. I've seen patients living alone, grappling with loneliness, using alcohol not just for sleep, but to quiet the mind. But there are better ways to ease into the night. Soft music, gentle breathing, herbal teas, or simply dimming lights and turning off screens early. You deserve true healing rest, and your heart, the engine of your life, deserves a chance to recover each night. But if you think alcohol's damage is limited to nighttime, wait until you hear how it appears in daylight, in the form of high blood pressure you may not even feel. What I see every day, what I see daily, and what you can do today. As a cardiologist, I've seen the same story play out too often. Different faces, different lives, but the same painful outcome. Seniors walk into my clinic looking healthy outwardly. They smile, share jokes, talk about their families. Some walk every morning, eat their greens, and never miss a checkup. But then the tests reveal what they can't see: a heart under stress, blood vessels inflamed, silent damage piling up from habits they never thought could hurt, especially alcohol. I've held hands in emergency rooms, spoken to sons and daughters who never saw it coming. Sometimes the patient feels fine until the day they don't. That's what makes alcohol so dangerous at this stage. It's quiet, invisible, gradual. It doesn't announce itself until it's too late. A stroke, a heart attack, a heart that can't keep up. Yet the beauty of the human body, even after 60, is its ability to heal. It doesn't demand perfection, just attention. One small change today can lead to years of better health, stronger energy, and deeper peace. Whether it's skipping that drink tonight, checking your blood pressure regularly, or talking openly with your doctor about your habits, it matters. Tools exist for you. Apps to track meals, remind you of medications, or suggest better choices without judgment. They're not about control. They're about giving your heart a fighting chance and your future more time. So the question isn't, is it too late for me? It's, am I ready to start? If you've stayed with me this far, if something in your heart is stirring, you might already be on your way. Because now comes the most vital part. Not just what you avoid, but what you choose to protect. Let's talk about what your heart has been asking for all along. Your heart deserves better. What if your heart has been quietly asking for help, and now you're finally ready to listen? Your heart deserves better. You've carried so much: family, work, responsibilities, joys, and losses. Through it all, your heart has beaten faithfully, asking for nothing in return. But now, after 60, it's asking for your awareness, your care, your intention. The drinks that once seemed harmless, social, or comforting may no longer serve you. They may be quietly harming the organ that's carried you through all these years. But here's the most important thing. It's never too late to choose differently. Every small decision, skipping that glass tonight, choosing water instead, asking a question at your next doctor's visit, adds up. Your heart doesn't need perfection. It needs consistency and kindness. This isn't about giving up. It's about gaining more time, more moments, more laughter, more strength. It's about being here fully, vibrantly, with a heart that's not just beating, but thriving. So today, make one change, just one. Your future self will thank you, your family will thank you, and your heart will know it hasn't been forgotten. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you found this video valuable, please leave a comment with one. If not, Comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.